Before we get into the juiciness that is the super aircraft, which sounds weird out of context, but who cares? Listen, I didn't craft a real aircraft, sorry. You'll have to go somewhere else for that. Anyway, let's reword this. Before crafting super air, I will show you the lore behind it. Those that have seen it will know that my first mythic was Bubble, and this was considered to be one of the worst at the very time. Whilst everyone else was getting wings, stingers, fasters, lightnings, I was getting mythic Bubble. I am not lying, it was the worst, or one of the worst petals to have. But even though it was considered one of the worst, you could still use it at the very least, even if it was in PvP. It wasn't much, but it was better than nothing, and in some cases I was able to use it properly. So all was not lost. However, I am still annoyed that it was my first mythic and not something like lightning. Ultras at the time did not exist, and when they did exist, they were not permanent. Ultra Bubble, however, was very good, so I got some use out of it at the very least. The Ultra Bubble of then now acts as the Super Bubble of today. When Ultras did become permanent, I had a lot of mythics left over, and I was able to craft at least some good petals. Good enough to the point that I could use them in the actual maze world itself. While these were what I wanted, some not so much. 4 of these from 65, 2 of these from 405. Can you tell that the game is rigged yet? My kind of luck is the most cursed thing ever. Oh, and by the way, now I actually want bubbles, because they are very, very useful indeed. And to be fair, I am getting some luck, good luck with them, and I can always appreciate that, yes, I can. But how long until I get 5 or even 6 bubbles, Ultra Bubbles? I will never know until it's finished. However, there are at least 2 more details that I am missing here. Firstly, yes, I am attempting Super Bone. I am currently 10 attempts in, although I do not record most of my efforts. While I do record just in case, I end up deleting them if they are not successful. Super Air, however, I tried just for the fun of it, and believe it or not, I did try once before obtaining the Supercraft. Keeping in mind that you must consider the amount of super bubbles that I have witnessed, and every super bubble that I have seen and that I have killed has dropped this Ultra Air Mythic Bubble. That is not what I want, game. This is what I mean when I say I have very cursed luck. What was even worse was that I was even obtaining Ultra Airs from Ultra Bubbles, and now I was able to try again, which was obviously such a mistake, especially considering I was 10 attempts deep into Super Bone. I will not say anything now, I will just show you the craft attempt. And here you have it, Super Air, the wrong craft, the worst craft I could even achieve. This game knows no bounds to troll me. Just like when Mythic Bubble was the wrong mythic to craft for me, Super Air is the exact wrong super to achieve. But no, it doesn't stop there. You will see something absolutely hilarious and ironic about this whole situation. Whilst I did not predict Mythic Bubble would be my first mythic, I did predict, however, that Super Air would be my first. Super. I'll be the kind of guy to craft Super Air. I swear to Lucifer that I predicted this. Oh, this is my favourite. I'll use all of my money to get Super Air. How about I'll just craft it instead? Hey, wait a minute. One day I'll get Super Air and use in PvP? Well, you heard past me. I have to use this in PvP now. Yeah, I'll be prepared now, for that I have Super Air. Everyone will tremble before me. Everyone will fear me. No one will survive. None at all. It doesn't matter that I'm not a PvP player. Everyone is dead. Everyone will suffer from the hands of my Super Air. I tell you what, it's working. They are trembling in fear, running away from my Super Air. This is exactly what I wanted. No flower will remain. This guest is so traumatized by the Super Air that they froze up and just let me kill them. That's how it should be, trembling in fear. No one will survive, as I keep saying. You see, that is the power the Super Air has. It makes all of your opponents much weaker, and that is why you should fear the super Fear the super Fear the super You know, this would actually work if they did not have pentastingers and ultra iris. Just let me be stupid. Come on. Fear the super Do I have to swear on everything that is unholy again? All this does is make me so annoyed that I do not have pentastingers and ultra iris. You would think I'd have it by now, but no, I do not. So my failed comedic act is failing. Thanks for ruining my fun. Fear the super I will succeed with this. It doesn't matter if I die. And I finally got you. Fear the super air. Ha, I win. Finally. Is this the Florio version of teabagging? Are you glitching through the walls so you don't have to deal with my super air? Honestly, you did the right choice. But maybe I can still kill you. But you live. For now. Being in the mere presence of my super air will kill you. That is what you deserve. And while this is all well and good using super air for no reason other than to mess around in PvP, it is always the pentastingers that ruin everything. Always. No doubt. Okay, glitchy player. Your time has come. Not to live. The super air has spoken. It has decided that you can no longer live in the walls. So here is your fate and your destiny. Lied within the walls. And I cannot get the unusual basic petal. What a shame. You know, I will farm in Centralia Maze for 2 years just to get one Ultra Stinger. But it's okay. They fear the super air. As they should. Now back onto the topic of super air outside of PvP. There is something to address here. I actually had multiple potential super crafts that I could have done. And these are the ones that I could have done. Bone, which is the one I am currently going for, and I am 10 attempts in at the moment. Faster, which would have been interesting and I would approve it. Missile, which is godlike. Peas, not so godlike, but it would have been fun nonetheless. Believe it or not, I almost considered it, and it would really show how crap my luck can be. Relic, which nobody uses. If everyone did use it, it maybe would have potential. And Wing, which would have been amazing. But no, I obtained this instead. Now realistically I could have tried Bone, as I do have 8 of them, but since I use them a lot, I simply didn't even consider it. Sadly. Now it raises the question, should I absorb it? It's 5 billion experience. And let me tell you, 5 billion experience? That's a lot of experience. I will obtain at least 15 levels from this, and I can use these effectively. And by these I mean skill points. So very tempting. It's right here at the tip of my fingers. One click on the absorb button, and those levels are mine. However, no, I will not do that. Why? One simple reason. You never know. So, for now, I will keep it. Maybe fake some supers, and that will be it. If I do get a second super air, then I will absorb it, and I swear to something that is not another prediction. The best place for this? Obviously Centralia, or I guess PvP in my case. Which one should I fake first? Super Leaf? Super Third Eye? Maybe even Super Air? How does one fake Super Air? I do not know, but maybe I should fake Super Air, even though I have Super Air, if that makes sense. The Super Magnet would be nuts, but it is not the super I want to fake. Super Light maybe? That would be amazing. Imagine Super Bubble, imagine I lived in that world where I had the only Super Bubble. Ha! Well, that would be something. Hey, this isn't a skill issue. This is a luck issue. And I sure have one of those. To make this easier to fake, I will have a full air build except for one. In this case, I will have 9 airs and 1 third eye. So it will look like I have Super Third Eye. Hey, look everyone, I have Super Third Eye. Trust. In fairness though, Super Third Eye would be a great petal to have. The first Super Third Eye in game, crafted or dropped. Actually, you can't get super drops, but still. One can only imagine the implications a Super Third Eye would have. You will obtain every single super kill imaginable. Maybe I should use it. I should start using it on some inferior monsters that deserve the wrath of the air. Yeah, that is right. Let's start with these small, innocent little centipedes. Yeah, you will feel the wrath of the air, alright? No peace is allowed here. Everything will suffer and disintegrate within the hands of the air, the super air, as this common ant-hole will realize. Yeah, you cannot survive. I finally have it. I have the ultimate leaf. The super YGG. Everyone will be begging for me to revive them at the super spawns. Totally not fake. Totally not fake at all whatsoever. I'll see you at the super spawns with the ultimate leaf. It's actually 4 ultimates. Now what is there to take away from this? You should definitely say to yourself which petal you want. One day you will get super YGG. One day you will get super stinger. And then maybe, just maybe, you will obtain it. I predicted super air, just for the fun of it, but I didn't expect to get it. So maybe don't expect to get it, predict it, and then you will get it. Top tier advice from yours truly. Take my advice, and you will obtain that super that you do not want, but secretly you want. Good luck obtaining the super.